the main thing I want to share is like, as a community, we really need to like lighten up a little bit and not bring other people down when they are going through different phases of their hair. I need everyone with curly hair to know this. So when I first started on my curly hair journey, I had been straightening my hair and like flattening it out for years, say 4 or 5 years in high school, because I was very much so teased about having curly hair and called some ridiculous names. One of my favorite, probably the most creative someone ever got with my teasing was my friend, who was Australian, and I'm obviously not blonde and white. Anyway, she had like really soft, pretty curly hair, and at the time I didn't really know how to do my hair too well. It was a little bit fuzzy when I was at school, and I used to travel really far to get into school, so my hair would just get fuzzy throughout the day. Anyway, she had this really like pretty silky blonde, loose textured wave kind of curl, and one of the girls said, "Oh, XYZ," whoever the girl was, her name, "you have really beautiful curls. It reminds me of like Maggi noodles or whatever. Jamie, you look like you've got the burnt version of that. Like if you burnt the noodles, that's exactly what your hair would look like." What? Okay, so anyway, I was teased a lot in high school, and I was actually leaving high school at the age of 15 and a half to go and study full-time performing arts. I was already at a performing arts high school because I was a dancer very competitively and a performer, you know, for my entire life. I do musical theatre professionally now still. And I was leaving to study, and I was going to get a Cert 4 in dance and performing arts and then move up and do my diploma. So at that time, my mum, who has always worn her curls loud and proud, and the only person I know who ever has done that, she basically said to me, "Look, this is your chance. You can be whoever you want to be. You don't have to be the Jamie that you've been before. You don't have to be the girl who hides her natural hair. You don't have to be the girl who's scared about her culture. You don't have to be the girl who's insecure because she's different and looks different and etc. This is your chance. You can use all these things that you think are weaknesses about yourself, and you can transform them into your uniqueness." And that line has honestly stuck with me so much, and without that I would not be where I am today. My mum is absolutely incredible, one of my biggest role models ever. I started to create curly content for fun because I started to wear my curls natural, and at the time I had these big, beautiful, rounded, juicy, tight curls. Because my hair was so heat damaged and so broken, everything bounced up a lot, and I had a really short layered cut, and it was really fun at the time. And you know, I was 18, and it was very cute. It was very iconic. So I'm gonna leave all my hair stages on the screen. Honestly, everyone at the performing arts school really loved my hair a lot, and I saw a big shift once I started posting about my curls. I saw a massive community being formed, and I saw that not a lot of people were advocating for curly hair in Australia. I was 17, a baby. So I started to do that, you know, without knowing the impact that that would have on my life and so many other people's lives. The point of this ramble is I just want to show you that curls are a big part of identity, yes, but they don't define you entirely, and the community is a beautiful part of identity too, but that doesn't define you entirely either. So my hair, I was doing the curly girl method, I was doing all the right things for years and years and years and educating people on curls, and then I went through a really difficult time in my personal life, and my hair started to change, and my hair was longer, and I was struggling with hormones and a few things like that, and my hair started to change, and the internet did not take lightly to that, which is pretty pathetic when I kind of like look back on it. But people were really disappointed that my hair was different and that my hair was changing, and no matter how much I tried to do all the right things, you know, my hair just wasn't kind of reacting how I had known it to react my entire curly hair journey thus far. So it was just like another step in my curly hair journey, but it really discouraged me from sharing and posting about curls, and I went down a little bit of a different route, and I kind of stopped doing curly hair YouTube videos because the community became so overbearing and really hard to deal with, and hear these comments and, you know, being constantly told what you're doing wrong, especially when I had advocated for so long for the opposite, for curly hair to be accepted for what it is. So I think for me, along this journey, I really just learnt that you can't let your hair be your entire identity and define you. It's supposed to be something that is natural and normal and beautiful and not forced. And when it's being shoved down your throat, it can be so exhausting. So I needed a big break. And then over the last year now, I've really been able to regulate my hormones and the stresses in my personal life. Some of them are gone. And I've noticed that my hair texture is coming back, except it's just like 10 times longer than it was at the time of my kind of big break on YouTube. I think it's just like, it's an important conversation to have, because I think we can really overcomplicate what it means to have curly hair and what you're supposed to do. And I guess I just want everybody to know that it doesn't need to be that deep all the time. Curly hair is such a beautiful part of a lot of people's cultures, and it is such a beautiful part of identity and the self and acceptance of self, but it shouldn't be to the point of pain or exhaustion. Like, that's not the point of embracing your natural hair. The point of that is so you don't feel pain and exhaustion. The main thing I want to share is, like, as a community, we really need to like lighten up a little bit and not bring other people down when they are going through different phases of their hair. I think it was really nice when Nara Smith kind of got on the internet and people were telling her, you're hiding yourself, you're hiding your culture by not doing this to your hair. And she just blatantly said, like, this just doesn't make her feel good and this is what she needs to do for this time, and she has eczema in her hair and etc, etc. Like, it's okay to just have real conversations about hair. It doesn't always need to be sugar-coated and perfect. I don't need to always pretend that having curly hair is great and fun. It's just like a level of realism and authenticity when it comes to having the conversations around curly hair. It doesn't need to be sugar-coated at all. Like, it's okay to admit that it's hard to do your hair. It's totally okay. And it's also okay to take a step back from being fully involved in the community at all times, to spare yourself a little bit of drama. Like, we don't really need the drama. I'm 24 now, guys. I've been doing this for a long time. I don't need to be told. I still love learning from other creators, but like, it's all good to just breathe a little. So I guess, yeah, my main message to all my curly girls and guys is just breathe and just let it be. If you have frizzy hair, that's fine. Figure out a way to work through the frizz, but also frizz is beautiful too. If you like doing the curly girl movement, do the curly girl movement. If the curly girl movement doesn't work for you and you like using sulfates and silicones, use sulfates and silicones. It doesn't need to be that deep. Just embrace what you naturally have, but don't make it tiring. Like, nobody likes that. I'm trying a new cream. I'm not sure if I like it. I'm still going to be super honest with you about like where I'm at, and I really am liking my hair at the moment. When I go into show mode, it's a different story because I have to fit all of this under a wig 8 times a week. Ah, the joys. It's really funny to take a look back at my journey. Like, I was just a kid when I started, you know, advocating for curly hair and sharing my routines and stuff. And I did a lot of things, like, not wrong, but not properly. It's just funny, so cool to see where this journey has taken me, and like how I kind of stopped talking about curly hair for a year there, and now I'm back and I'm more excited about it because I'm taking an approach where it's just like a lot less serious and a lot more real. And it has always been real, but in a different way than it is now. One thing I still really love about YouTube is I can actually just talk to you guys properly about my journey and about so many things because you've been here with me for a long time. Lately I've been doing my curly hair routine in 10 minutes flat and then drying it like in the blink of an eye. But today I'm actually letting myself have a little bit more time with it, which is nice. Trying a lot of new products recently as well. I got really stuck just using my favorite things that work for me for a long time, which is good. If I were you guys, I wouldn't buy into every single product you see being reviewed. I would just find what works for you and stick to it. Save your money. Save your efforts. But like this brush, incredible. Absolutely love it. If you're going to spend your money on anything, make it this brush. Just have fun with your hair. Yeah? And when it's not fun, it's okay to admit it's not fun. Because when I spend an hour detangling, oh my gosh, it's like the last thing on earth I want to do. This is fun. This is fun. Okay. Wow. These girls look stunning. Thank you so much for watching this video. These results are amazing. Very happy. Watch my curly hair routine in my last video. I love you. I'll see you soon.